Of course, they would start the fucking blowers right now. So annoying. Okay. I think we're finally ready now. I'm recording this episode for the babe who has been tuning into this podcast for a little while. Maybe you're getting my emails, and maybe you've even gone to the Embodied Earner sales page and you're thinking to yourself, this sounds really good. Like, I'm loving everything. This is all making sense, but I'm not ready yet. That's who I want to talk to today. That version of you that continues to say, I'm not ready. And I'm not talking about not ready just for Embodied Earner. I'm talking about saying I'm not ready for the things in your life in general that are keeping you from getting to the place that you want to go. And I hope that what I share with you today lands with love, because I wish these were the words that I had heard multiple times as I was trying to make really big decisions. Because let's be honest, right? In order to get where we want to go, we have to shift and change things in our present life. And change can feel really overwhelming and scary, and all of the doubts and all of those things. So before I get into the science, if you will, behind I'm not ready, I want to share with you about Embodied Earner. I only open this program 3 times a year, and this is already the second round. The women who joined the first time are literally crushing it. And I just think back to this thought of not ready, right? Because at some point they all had those thoughts going through their head and had to work through in order to make the decision to move forward. And OMG, I know how glad they are that they did. And also, as a coach and as a witness to the things they're creating in their lives because of that decision is so magical. So if you are wanting to create those consistent 3K, 5K, 10K months in your business where your business stops feeling like a guessing game or like luck, and you want to actually understand how to not only hit that level of revenue every month, but have it be consistent and, dare I say, even easy. And I mean easy because you know why, right? So I'm just so excited about everything that's being created. I also have so many new things that I've put into the program for this round, including the 30-day cash creation challenge, which is intended for you to come in and set you up for the first 30 days so that your revenue, your investment can start to be made back, if not paid back completely, within 45 to 60 days of joining. So if you are even a little bit curious about what this program specifically looks like, I want you to go down to the link in the show notes. You can either join right there using the link, or you can click on it to book a call with me and we can chat through if this is the right fit for you at this time. So either way, I encourage you to take action. This is what leads us closer to being where we want to go. All right. That all being said, let's talk about the myth of I'm not ready. Ready is not a destination point, right? It's not somewhere that you arrive at. It's not something that happens when you have enough money saved, when the timing is perfect, right? You have no vacations planned, no sports schedules for your kids, because let's be real, ready ain't coming if we're waiting for it to look like that, okay? Ready is actually a feeling. And here's the problem with a feeling. Feelings follow action. They don't precede action. Most of the women who I have worked with, actually, scratch that. All of the women I have worked with, including myself, have felt ready 2 to 3 to 4 weeks after making the decision and taking action. Okay. I did not feel ready before. I feel ready after I've taken action. So that's what I mean when I say readiness follows action and not precedes action. I want to talk about the 3 things that I'm not ready is made up of. Okay. The first thing is I'm not ready is fear of failure with a cutesy name. Because, if you're given the right support, the right framework, the right strategy, and it still doesn't work, you can no longer say that you haven't tried everything. And right now, you're kind of hiding behind that narrative that, oh my gosh, I just haven't had the right thing to make my business take off. And so you are really buying into that story. And then there's that little thing behind, closed doors that's saying like, yeah, like, but what if this doesn't work out? Like, you can't say that anymore. And that feels really scary. So not ready is protecting you from having to find out. And that's a real thing. The second thing that I'm not ready is actually made of is waiting for permission. You're waiting for some external sign. You're waiting for, money to come in. You're waiting for someone to sort of like give you that permission to move forward with this. And let me tell you, the problem is it's not coming. No one who ever built anything great got permission. Okay. That has to come from internally, not externally. Okay. The third one is so I think you're going to really relate to this one because this is most of the women that I see. I'm not ready is that belief, right? That we have to be more in order to do more. And this version of you that has the business that you desire, that is doing all the things, is built from taking these really scary actions, from moving forward. It does not just manifest itself out of thin air. It comes from taking action. So this belief that one day we're just going to wake up and be this person isn't going to happen. Okay. So we really have to be proactive about what are the actions that need to happen in order for me to be the person that I keep dreaming about. Just to recap, I'm not ready is a combo of these three things: fear of failure, waiting for external permission, and thinking you need to be more in order to do more. Now I want to talk about why this is costing you. Every time you have that internal inkling that you should be moving forward, right? That you should be doing something and something is calling you, but you say not yet, that has a price, and it's hard because it's invisible. The thing is, it's invisibly also compounding. What I mean by that is every month that goes by that you are stuck in this not yet energy, that's another month that you could be getting more clients and making the revenue you want to make. It's also another month that you could be figuring out all of the, pieces so that you can continue to build and move forward. When you do this month after month after month, let's say in 6 months down the road from now, you're still in the same place, that's expensive. That's really, really expensive. So this not yet problem is costing you so much more than what if you did do something and okay, there are no guarantees either if you do make the decision, but we know what happens when you don't. I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to think back 6 months ago. Okay. So let's just take it back to the beginning of this year because we're recording this episode in August. Let's think January, February. Where were you in your life and business? Specifically in this episode, right? We're talking about business. So where was your business at? If you are in a similar place to where you were at the beginning of the year, I want you to ask yourself, what will it feel like to still be here at the end of the year? And if that doesn't sound exciting, then it is already costing you. All of these people that you see on Instagram, all of these other women who are slaying in their business, it's not that they have something that you don't. Okay. I'm just going to be so for real about that. It's that they made a decision at some point, some time ago, that you still haven't made. And that's the only difference. They decided they were going to push back past that feeling of not ready. And it has given them massive dividends. They are already taking action and able to navigate the things that come up along the way. But they are no longer stuck in this place of indecision. Here's what I have literally never seen in all my years of coaching. And this even counts to when I owned a brick and mortar gym. I have never seen someone who felt completely ready before they got started. Never once. What I have witnessed is someone making a decision, and then the readiness came from the feeling of making that decision. It always follows. Are you tracking? The feeling caught up to the action. It always does. Right now, as it stands, you actually have everything you need to start. I'm going to say that again. You actually have everything you need to start, not to finish, to start. But finishing doesn't matter if you never start. Okay. So I want you to think about what could it be like if you made the decision to get out of not ready and to move forward with taking action towards your dreams. I promise you everything else, the confidence, the clarity, the clients, it all comes from being in motion. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want you to ask yourself, what would it mean to be the kind of business owner, the kind of woman who decides that she's ready right now? What would that mean for you? Because I think the answer to that question is really where the work is. I really hope I see some of you in Embodied Earner this round and that you move from that place of not ready to really taking action, being in motion towards the things you want to create, because the only thing that stands in the way is you. So if you're interested, again, down in the show notes, you can book a call with me to chat if this is right for you. Doors only open until August 25th. We will be back here next week. Until then, take care of yourself.